we went to bed at like 8:30 last night, and he came to hug me, and his hand was on my tattoo, and I was like, ow. And he goes, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it didn't actually hurt. I just want you to be aware that it's there.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Raining Cats and Dog podcast.
Wait.
I am your hostess, Shannon.
Have you been recording?
That was rude.
Yeah. We are having a private conversation
I think
here.
we should restart.
Yeah.
That wasn't that private.
Maybe we should take
private.
two. Take two.
So I am your hostess, Shannon, along with...
Arianna.
And today we have a special guest, another co-host, Amanda.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
I think Amanda should always be here.
I mean, yeah, I basically live here now, so.
Basically, and you've always been like a second daughter to me, so.
Yep. Daughter number 2. Let's just put that out there.
Yes. So we do have different Amandas. Arianna has. This is what? This is Amanda OG. What did you say?
Nothing.
We move on.
Okay. I don't know what she said, but we'll move on. So how has your week been? We'll start with Amanda. How's your week gone?
Well, one of my kids at school drank out of my straw, and that I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm a little sicky, but not sick, just sound sick. He thought it was really funny to grab my water bottle and aggressively drink out of my straw, and so now I sound like this. But that was the biggest thing that happened this week. Other than on Monday, one of my other kids who has not been at school for the whole rest of the week projectile vomited during recess all over my teacher. So that was fun.
Yikes.
That's gross. Yeah, that stomach bug's going around and ugh.
Yeah,
Gross.
Ew. Nasty.
And it's one of those things you can keep getting. Like, you build up an immunity to some, like, germs, but that's one I guess you never build an immunity to.
No.
Really?
So gross.
I hate throwing up.
Me too. So as I recorded before you realized I was recording, you guys are just discussing your tattoos.
Yes, this week me and Amanda got matching tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to explain what it's from?
Oh, sure. So the Barbie movie Princess and the Pauper, for, your, I don't know, 20-somethings would know what I'm talking about. The Princess and the Pauper have matching birthmarks.
They're like crowns.
Yeah, on their shoulders. So we got those.
They look exactly the same, except one's blonde and one has brown hair.
Yeah.
I've had that song that they sing, like the Just Like Me, stuck in my head.
Oh,
like every time
yeah.
I think about the tattoo, like that song pops in my head.
Yeah, when
Oh my
they're
God,
in
it's
the
in my
town
head now,
square.
too. Yeah, because obviously, I used to watch Amanda when she was little, and they would always watch that Barbie movie. You'd actually force, I used to watch another friend's child, Casey, you guys actually used to force him to dance with you, and you guys would wear princess dresses to
He
that
liked
song.
it.
I don't know. I have photos, and he looks like he's forced. I don't know if he was really consenting.
Probably not.
He was like, but I mean, there were like 2. Like at one point, I had like 3 2-year-olds here, dancing and playing, and it was great.
Sounds like a lot of children.
It was a lot of children, but it was fun.
That's all right.
Yeah. It was all good. So yeah, my week has gone by pretty quickly. I can't believe how fast this week went. I was worried it would like be the forever week, the week after, the first full week after a holiday is usually kind of rough. And no, went pretty good. I had my book club last night, my OG book club, and then next week we have our other book club. So we're just, being busy and reading. And of course I made coasters for everyone because that's my thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And except I literally tried making 10 coasters with under 24 hours. So when I gave them to them, they were tacky and they didn't look the best because I rushed through it. Like, you can't rush through the process. So lesson learned. I won't rush through it. And hopefully by tonight, everyone should be cured because the top coat that I spray on it really needs a good 24 hours. Otherwise it's sticky.
Yeah.
So lesson learned there. I have no funny anecdotes or stories, so I'm just going to get right into the news for me, unless anyone has anything else that they'd like to share.
Ari, how was your week?
And I was going to say, no one asked me how my week
I
was.
thought you'd butt in after the tattoo.
No, my week was pretty good. It went by pretty fast. Not much to say, I guess. I had a couple meetings with builders. And that was fun. They seem like they really know what they're doing.
I would hope so.
I hope
yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be bad if they didn't seem like they knew what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to work on that project. Just been working.
What about you should share about the thing you did today.
What did I do today?
The thing that you did when we started to sit on the couch.
I crocheted?
No, before that.
I'm making a blanket?
No. Well, you already talked about the blanket.
Since I've graduated,
Mm-hmm.
I had to send my transcript into the NCARB, which is for the licensure for architects. So I had to send that in and then apply for eligibility so I can actually start taking my tests. So I got to start studying for that soon. I have to buy books and stuff because there's 6 tests, each like 6 hours, but you have a period of 5 years to pass all of the tests. And then you can get your license.
That's super exciting.
So I was going to start taking those
big girl
this year.
job.
Yep.
Big girl job. Right now you have a big girl job.
Yeah.
You're all grown up.
I know.
Craziness.
You're going to start crying.
Not today.
I know. She keeps saying that we have to go out and celebrate, but we still haven't gone out to celebrate that for my
calling me
graduation.
out. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Ari. It
okay.
literally is a week after the new year. Where do you want to go to celebrate, actually?
Oh, I have no idea. Maybe sushi.
Like, I want to do a nice dinner for you.
Yeah, sushi.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that sounds good because I can get hibachi at your sushi place.
Yes, their hibachi is good, actually.
I love hibachi. I
don't need the show every time I go.
I don't need it every time. Yeah, like it's fun for like parties and large get-togethers. But like when I just want hibachi, I just want the food. I don't want the show.
See, I don't know if that's an option for the one place, but I know there's other places where they don't do the show. They just have like hibachi.
And I really would love a hibachi recipe. I would really like to make my steak taste like that. I really think it's probably just oil and butter, probably, but
yeah, isn't it just like that and like teriyaki sauce? Is it?
I don't know. It's just amazing.
I think they just are really good cooks and know how to cook meat. Nice.
Is that a dig at me?
I don't think that's what she meant.
Their meat's always juicy.
Yeah, okay. Hey, I made steak bites for Christmas Eve dinner, and they were good.
Not juicy though. Just saying.
Oh my gosh. Then you should have made them then.
She wouldn't let me touch the meat.
Oh.
She didn't want me to take any credit for it.
Oh.
She wanted credit for the whole meal.
Well, because I made steak and turkey and potatoes and then turkey gravy and steak gravy.
An amazing
yeah.
And then I had the steak on like salads for like the rest of the week. It was good.
It was really good on salad. Yeah. It did get a little overdone, and I think it was just my timing's hard.
So many things, it's hard to have everything like perfect time.
Right.
I'd rather have it like a little overcooked than raw.
Yeah. Though my mom probably would rather, like, when she orders a steak out, my mom likes it like it's almost mooing, so like the cow's still alive, like it's bleeding.
Oh, but that's so good.
See, I'm more like a medium. Like I like the little pink, but I don't like it when it's like still like the raw meat texture. I still like it to be a little, cooked in there.
Yeah, I just like a little pink. So like even a burger, I don't mind like a little pink, but I hate when it's like.
Well, burgers different. I feel.
Well, I feel like I'm gonna get E. coli or something.
Well, don't they say like this should be like cooked to temperature because it's ground beef? It can trap bacteria.
Well, it can, but I mean, it also like I wouldn't get like a rare burger at a restaurant.
No.
Like I would make one
from your homemade beef.
My beef.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know the cow it actually came from,
right? And I know that it's only from that cow. Like, it's not with other stuff.
Well, yeah, because it's 20 different cows put together.
Right. Well, because you guys butcher your own cows. I mean, I'm not saying you butcher them, but you raise the cow. You know where the cow's been.
I raise the cows for beef.
Yes. Do you do that for beef? Like, you know how you chop chickens' heads off? Do you do the same thing?
We don't chop them off. We just slit their throats.
Do you slit their throats, or do you do the bullet to the brain first?
No.
And then
It seems like a waste of bullets.
I feel like I've said this on the podcast before. They go in a funnel.
Yeah,
you pull their head through. You slit their throat. Let them bleed out. Let them freak out in the funnel.
So inhumane.
It's not really. That's the quickest way they die. Because if you chop their head off, they're still alive. They're still running around.
No, I mean, like, but I thought if you take a mallet and a bullet to like the cow's brain, the brain could be dead, and then you slit their throat. It could all be this faster, right?
Well, right, with cows, if
Mhm.
you're, I mean, we're not the ones who are actually
Doing it.
doing it.
Yeah.
Like, they go on a truck and they go to the,
Slaughterhouse.
They
Yeah.
get to have a little field trip.
Yeah.
cows don't walk
Mhm.
backwards very well. So we don't really see that, but, like, if we have to put a cow down because they're sick or something, yeah, we do that. Like, they
Okay.
go, like, in a little holding thing, so they don't, normally they want to be put out of their misery at
So
that point,
that
so they don't
point, yeah.
move.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the very close range to their face.
Yeah. I know. Like, you'd think because I'm such a bleeding heart, like, I would be a vegetarian. Not a vegan because I would still
love
eat cheese and
meat,
eggs.
though.
But I do love meat, so I'm not.
See,
Because I do
Right.
feel bad. Like, I really feel like all animals should be killed the most humane way possible and raised humanely
Right.
and treated
Yeah.
well. Like, so still have my Christmas tree up, which we need to probably undecorate
Yeah, I thought we'd take
tomorrow.
that down tomorrow.
And I was thinking, like, I feel really bad because it's not even losing needles yet. And it's because, I bought this Christmas tree food from the place where we got the Christmas tree, and it is doing beautifully. We've had it up now for like a month, and I'm not losing one needle. So now a part of me is like, oh my gosh, it's still alive. Like, now I'm going to just go and throw it out in our woods because I'm done with it. Like, it was
Right.
a living thing. I just
It
feel
might be
bad.
happy because it's actually struggling to survive. So it like put me out of my misery.
Because it doesn't have roots. I think maybe one year I'd like to get
I'm
ones with a root
telling you.
ball.
Yes,
And then, yeah.
I just wanted to get a little potted 2-foot little tree you can buy.
Yeah, I know your max was 3 feet, and that didn't
I know
happen.
this thing's massive.
It's
How am I supposed
barely
to drag
5
this out of the
feet.
house? It's
very-
taller than me. It's 6 feet.
It's not, but it's because
Well,
it's in
it's
a
because it's
stand.
on a-
Yeah. No, it's 5 feet because it was like my height when I bought it from the place where we went.
Right, and then obviously when you put the topper on the tree and you put it
Mhm.
in the stand, it's going to be a little bit taller.
Yes.
I know that's not what you requested.
I
know.
wanted a small little tree, a little potted tree
So
that
we
we could replant.
Yeah, that would be nice because I feel really guilty. Like, I don't like living things dying just for human use
I know.
because now I'm throwing it away, right? It's not like, oh, I'm planting it or you consumed it, so you ate it. So at least I had like, a whole circle of life.
Isn't like pine like a drink people do? You think we can
You can use the needles and make tea.
Go ahead, Ari, start plucking.
Okay.
Or you can do potpourri.
Oh yeah.
Potpourri.
Actually, Ari, you have a candle making kit and you love the scent of pine. You should
How
actually.
do you even extract the pine scent from the needles?
I think
I
you have
don't-
to boil
Yeah,
them or
okay.
something.
Yeah.
It's
I-
like tea leaves.
Okay.
Like
That
loose
sounds like a
tea.
lot of work.
It does. It would make me feel better if someone utilized it. I'm giving you
gonna
chores.
The
strip
animals.
the tree of the pine needles so I can do something with them.
Yeah, I'm giving you chores. So the couple things I saw in the news this week, it was Golden Globes. Oh, first I want to just send out my prayers and thoughts to everyone suffering in California with the
Oh,
forest fires. It's
Yeah,
complete
it's bad.
devastation. I cannot even imagine. And I also feel horrible that I've been seeing animals and people that left their animals. So if you're
Yes.
fleeing, like, I understand, like, it might not be easy to take like cows or something, but I
But,
still
like,
open up a
let
fence
them free
gate, let
so
them
they
free.
can run.
But like the pets, like the dogs and cats,
Poor thing.
the poor things. Like, I would take them with me. I don't understand if you have a house and you have a car, why aren't you taking your pets
Right,
with
why
you?
aren't you putting them in the vehicle with you?
Yeah, I don't
I'd rather
understand.
sleep in my car than leave my pet
Right.
behind.
If a hotel would not, in some of the places in California, not everybody, they're $1 million homes. These people have money, so a hotel will let them keep their animals with them.
Mhm.
But like for the average person like us, if a hotel wouldn't let me, I'd sleep in my car with my pets versus leaving them in a house to burn to death. Like, so anyway, my thoughts and prayers are with everyone suffering. I feel horrible for them. I can't imagine losing everything.
No.
It's just horrible. So, switching gears. So, you guys know who, I know I'm old, so do you know who Pamela Anderson is?
Not
Yes.
really.
Okay. So she was a model. She was in the movie shows Baywatch. Beautiful woman. I mean, she's, I think, in her 60s now. So she had started a movement of not wearing makeup. She just got tired of it. Well, then now she went to the Golden Globes and she wanted to wear makeup and look her best. you know, how you feel like you can look your best without makeup, obviously, but she wanted the makeup, but she didn't do it because she was afraid now fans would backlash her too much and criticize her because she made the movement of no makeup, which, I mean, I think people just need to let people live. Like, let them be who they are.
Well, like, she didn't. Why did she have to even make like a whole movement out of this? She could just chose not to wear makeup whenever she didn't want to wear makeup.
Right.
And then you wear makeup when you feel like it.
Right. Like, just empower yourself. So I think she cared a little too much what people thought. I mean, she still looks beautiful with no makeup. She was at the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
But if she wanted to put a full face, like heavy makeup on, go right ahead. Yeah. Like, I found that a little ridiculous. I'm like, okay, people need to just do what you want to do.
Yeah. She could have just been like, I don't feel like wearing makeup like in my day to day, but like, of course I'm gonna wear it when I wanna like go out and have like premieres and stuff.
Yeah. Or if you didn't want to pay a makeup artist and you, let's say, you went to like a smaller event, not the Golden Globes, and you didn't have like the heavy duty makeup on, that's also fine. Like, I think you just put too much importance on that. And men have it so easy. Most men don't wear makeup or very little, if you're a movie star.
Movie stars, they get little something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the natural looking, so you can't tell, but they do.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. But like, I don't know, like you just, like most men just go, like you're getting married, right? Like you have a makeup artist come or someone comes does your makeup, your eyelashes, your hair. Men just do their hair and walk down the aisle
just
with a
show
suit.
up.
I know. Yeah. It's so unfair.
They have one job.
Do you think, I mean, obviously women, like there's those beauty standards, but do you also think because we start wearing makeup at a young age, it ruins our skin, so we need the makeup versus not wearing it?
I think so.
Well, I also think that like if like the quality of makeup that you start using, and obviously over the years it like progressively gets better because makeup companies are making better makeup for your skin, so your skin's like either adapting or it's not to it.
Yeah.
Because like I know during COVID I had stopped wearing makeup like completely, and I that was something I loved during that time, because then when I started going in person back to work, I only wore mascara just because my eyelashes are blonde and you can't see them. Otherwise I felt like I needed them.
Right.
But like my skin definitely got better. And then now I'm like, for me, because I'm older, I buy makeup with hyaluronic acid in it, like for the foundation. So that way it's more moisturizing to my face.
Yep.
So I think, yeah, you're right. The makeup's better. And then, you know, I would like us to get on tune with the European Union just to have healthier makeup that we put on our bodies. So we're not absorbing chemicals. So that would be good. So then the only other story I have, which is it might make you feel a little uncomfortable. Like I read the whole story. So women left screaming in pain after leaving a sex toy in during MRI scan as warnings were issued. She thought it was all silicone, but inside the silicone was metal. Yeah.
But why would she have that in during medical like procedures?
Right. So it was in her rectum. And ended up in her chest.
Oh my God.
Yes. She survived.
Oh,
she survived?
Yes. This is an article from Unilad if anyone wants to read it.
That's awful.
So
how embarrassed.
The story was titled, it went through her body through the speed of sound, but doctors are saying it couldn't have been that fast, but still fast. I guess, you know, obviously the tech heard her screaming, so they had to take her to a hospital. But yeah,
oh my God.
I can't imagine. And I understand, like, okay, she thought it was silicone, but why that day?
Also, like, couldn't they see that in the MRI?
Well, but if you see it, the MRI's on, it's too late. It's already moving.
No, I'm not saying that. Even if it was completely silicone, wouldn't they see that?
Yes.
Like, why would you want that in your, unless was it some joke or something?
I think doctors and technicians have seen it all at this point.
I think so.
Gosh.
Well, because I won't forget, a friend of mine's husband's a doctor in the ER, and he's seen it all. Like one gentleman came in, and it's just funny. Like people don't tell you the truth.
They
like
gotta own it.
Like I remember they say he actually had like a whiskey glass in his rectum, and they asked how did that happen, and he said he slipped.
Yep, and it fell in, and it slid right into your butt.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes, yeah.
Because you just walk around naked as well, too.
You walk away completely naked, and then you slip, and the glass happened to be on the ground, and then, yeah. So, Like, it's just when you come into the story, like, you just hear those stories and you're just like, oh my gosh. So anyone that's out there that's an ER doctor, I'm sure you've seen and heard it all. I guess in MRI scans, maybe you've seen it all.
I don't know, but that's horrifying.
But that was horrifying. So
That hurts me to think about.
Well, I mean, when I read it, I was like, kind of, my whole body's like clenching because I'm like, oh my God, this is so, like, it's so painful. Like, obviously, the woman didn't realize metal was in there, but like you said, why would you just? That's the one time I wouldn't be like,
Right.
No.
Like, I'm all
There's
for.
no way you forgot it was there.
No, there's no way you forgot. Like, come on. Yeah.
Like, take it out and then put it back in afterwards.
Or just take it out.
Yeah. I mean, I say you do you, but in that moment, like, just that's not the time.
No.
Time and place.
No. It sounds awful. That'd be so painful.
Had to be so painful. Like, I couldn't even imagine.
No.
I'm surprised that it like went up into her chest instead of like out of the front of her
Well,
body.
I would have thought it would have gone out, but I guess like so if the MRI though is at your head, the magnets are pulling wherever the actual
Right, and
imaging
it's
surrounding.
Up instead of forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she probably thought it's okay, it's not metal, and then maybe she didn't even think they'd see it because
And B, it's
right,
far
they were
away
focus
from where
was-
they're scanning.
Right, and not realize.
but they ended up seeing it because it ended up in her chest. So,
awful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Terrible. So on that note,
Oh my
Erin,
gosh.
do you have any Reddit stories for us?
Okay, so we kind of have a theme today. Weddings.
Oh,
And I thought that'd be perfect since, if any of you don't know, Amanda's getting married.
this summer. I
This
cannot
summer,
believe
it's
it.
coming up. You excited?
Oh, you were gonna ask that question? Yeah, I'm excited.
You sound so excited.
It's a lot.
Yeah, you're in the stressful period.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want me to give you options, or maybe we'll just save that for the last? Or do
No
you want
options,
No
I
options.
Can we vote though on if I'm the asshole or not? If any are the asshole, I know some of your stories might be
Yes.
relationship advice. I want to pre-vote to see if we're right or wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
agree.
let's start with an Am I the Asshole story. This was posted by Dapper Dan Man 6969.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for telling people I'm still going to drink at a bachelor party?
No.
No.
Okay. Shall we continue?
Okay.
Final votes are in?
Final votes are in.
Okay.
Yep.
A large group of friends and I are going to Tahoe for 3 nights for a bachelor party / guys trip. We haven't had one in over 2 years. Later this month and over the last week, drama has hit, primarily by me. I, 35 male, have a 2-year-old and a 5-month-old. I'm using vacation time and bought a flight 4 months ago for this trip. I don't get out much nowadays with the 2 kids. I thought a few days with the boys to let loose would be awesome. The groom proposed last spring and their wedding is in this upcoming March. It was revealed this past week that the fiancée is 3 months pregnant. The whole group was shocked but congratulatory. She is going to be pregnant for her wedding. A little while later, the best man informed us that the groom quit drinking when she got pregnant. While they might drink later on in life, it would mean no drinking on the bachelor party. In solidarity, the best man asked if we don't drink also. The gist of what I said was, hell no. I spent a ton on this trip already. I'm borrowing future time off to go on this trip. My previous time off was used on my baby. I want to do stuff that I'm going to enjoy. I understood that we were going for the groom, but I invested a lot of resources in this trip and I want to enjoy it. I want to sit at a blackjack table and suck down half a dozen Coronas if my funds last long enough. I'm still going to drink. If I need to get a hotel at Harvey's or Bally's, I will. I offered up a day and night to stay sober, but that was not taken well. Half of the group agrees with, and if you are indifferent, and if you are backing up the groom / best man. The best man has led the charge in calling me an asshole and telling me I'm being a shitty friend. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? You guys completely changed.
That's literally so. When you said final votes were in, I was like, okay, well, maybe it's because like he went and decided to stop drinking or whatever. And I was like, okay, this is definitely probably where this is going, whatever. And just that entire time, if I was the groom, I would be like, okay, you're not standing up for me anymore. You can go. You already spent all this money and whatever, but you're not a part of my wedding party anymore because you're not respecting
Wow.
What
So that's how you would take it?
Yes, like if I decided that for like our bachelorette weekend, which I would never do that, obviously, and said that we're not drinking and whatever, and let's hypothetically say that you were like, no, I'm gonna drink, but you don't have to drink with me. I want to enjoy myself. I would be like, but I said no alcohol. Okay, you're not standing up for me anymore. You're still invited to the wedding, but you're not part of my bridal party. Like it, I don't know.
I think it's about supporting the person like that's in the wedding party. It's not about
Right.
you. It's
Yeah.
about them and celebrating them. And I could see being disappointed, like, oh my gosh, I'm taking this time off and everything. I just want to have some drinks. But it's like what? A couple days? How long is this?
3 nights.
3 nights? You can go 3 nights without alcohol.
drinking. You can
Right.
still have fun without it. See, I
Yeah.
don't think he's the asshole. Like, I agree with you guys. But also, his reason for not drinking is probably because in solidarity for his wife, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
she's pregnant, she can't drink. But so, like, do the rest of the guys need to follow that? He can just choose not to drink.
Right, but then you're like, you're the
Then you're the odd man out.
right,
And when it's supposed to be about you.
right,
And then it does sound like he is making it about him. He's like, I want to play blackjack and get drunk, basically, is what he wants
Right.
to do.
Right. Yeah, he's not making it about him. He's making it's about the person that's standing up for the wedding. And I get now you're disappointed because whatever plans that you had in your head of how whatever the event is going to go is not meeting your expectations. But at the end of the day, it's not about you. And you already expected to spend this time and spend the money supporting your friend. So
Right.
that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, complain to other friends like, oh, now I can't even drink or whatever. It's not going to be the vacation I wanted it to be. But guess what? It's not your personal vacation.
Yeah, it's
Right.
not his bachelor
yeah,
party. Yeah.
It's the bachelor party.
All right. Well, Reddit disagreed with you guys.
Okay.
Of course it
He
did.
was voted not the asshole. Top comment is, I'm going to say not the asshole because this was sprung on you after you had already booked everything. You might not have gone to the whole thing if you had known. Maybe also cultural, but here being would be considered a personal choice that you didn't put on other people, especially in a setting like a casino where having a drink is completely acceptable. And then someone replied to that, I can see not drinking if the groom was newly in recovery. However, the groom is not drinking to support his pregnant fiance. How many people need to give up alcohol to support a single pregnant woman?
Okay, but they didn't ask them to give it up forever, but you gave it up for 3
Right.
days.
It is a little weird.
Yeah.
I guess I disagree a little bit with you guys.
Whatever.
Whatever. It's
Move
okay. You can move on. Well, okay. Can I flip this a little?
Yep.
So, scenario the bride, this woman is pregnant. She's your friend. You're the maid of honor. She, like, a lot of times women can be around drunk people. That's fine. But she's like, since it's my bachelorette for the next 3 days, I don't want to be around alcohol.
Somehow it seems different. Like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I think girls can
Well,
get together and
She, like,
Right.
can't drink.
she can't drink.
Yeah.
So if this groom was in recovery, it's
Then
okay.
obviously, yeah, because,
Right.
yeah.
So you just have to take out the reason. It doesn't matter what the reason is.
I
Just
guess
support your
you're right.
person.
Right.
You should respect their wishes.
Yeah. I'm not saying you have to like it.
All right.
But
I
you
guess
do it.
I guess I agree with you guys. Because if, like, Amanda's like, I don't really want us to drink this weekend, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll bring some non-alcoholic, like, mixes we
have
can
fun
do.
with mocktails.
You can really do
yeah.
a lot, yeah.
Right. It depends. Yeah.
Though I don't see a bunch of guys enjoying mocktails as much as
know.
women.
I would really enjoy it, I think, even more, because it's more fun and it would taste better. Sometimes.
Literally.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes it tastes better
Right.
than
And
the
then you're
actual-
truly having fun. The alcohol's
Yeah, you don't
not
need
aiding
alcohol
the...
to have fun. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we're going to drink at your bachelor, but I'm not going to get drunk.
Right.
If you do,
You might. It's okay.
I probably will.
Yeah.
No, it's all for Amanda. We're
So
going to get Amanda drunk.
The only sober one's going to be my sister, which is really sad. But oh well.
Yeah.
Eh.
Oh, you never know. She might be sneaking things in.
Yep.
She is
in
very
there.
against alcohol.
Oh, she
Oh,
is.
she-
Well, underage anyway.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good stance to have.
That is
And
a good
I'm like,
stance.
good for you.
Okay.
Enjoy that while it lasts, I suppose.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right.
She's interesting.
Well, so I'm going to go on a little thing and then I know it's going to hit.
What?
Well, so it was just announced that they want warning labels that alcohol can cause cancer in America.
Mhm.
And then I was like, so then I look up per capita, what's the country with the highest alcohol ratings? And they listed a bunch of countries, which I should have screenshot that and I didn't. It was not America. And then I said, what's the highest cancer rates then in the countries? it was America. And then I'm like, wait, so America has more cancer, but other places drink more alcohol.
And don't have cancer?
Okay, so it's
something
not,
with our
it's our food, it's our food
processing of our
supply.
food.
It's our processing. It's the chemicals that we put on like the grapes and the wheat and
maybe
everything.
the alcohol
Right.
made here does too, because it's just like what we use.
Right. It's our It's all the chemicals. So I am hoping that things change in America with that, like just healthier or like, okay, so if we want to drink a lot of alcohol, I guess buy imported.
Is it?
Right.
I don't know. Is it like cooked, like fried seaweed can cause cancer? I think too. Like if certain like vegetables, if you fry them, it releases.
Some sort of toxin or
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean it's so good. Like I still eat like the bags of fried seaweed, but it has like the little
But
warning
it's-
label on it. But it's like built up. If like I'm not eating it every day,
Right. If you ate it for one meal every single day, I'm sure.
No, I just have it like when I remember that they're in the cupboard. So like
Yeah.
once a month,
Right.
not even.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Anyways, next.
Okay. 1 second. Pulling up at the next story. Okay, we're going to do this one. This is from Two Hot Takes, posted by no-poet-4293. My brother-in-law confessed feelings for me after I went wedding dress shopping with his fiance.
What?
All right. This just happened today, and I'm using a throwaway because I promote my small business on my main, and I want to be anonymous with this. Okay, I'm pretty overwhelmed, so I'll start with some background. I've been with my husband for 5 years, and we've been married for 2. Since early on in the relationship, we've been great friends with his older brother, partially because I always wanted one. When he started dating a girl about 2 years ago, I went out of my way to make sure she knew she had a friend in me, if she wanted, since we're the only girls in the family. We're great friends now, and since they got engaged 3 months ago, I've been helping with the wedding planning and was asked to be a bridesmaid. I went dress shopping today and had a blast. We went to brunch, had some mimosas, found the dress, and went back to their house to celebrate. I ended up alone in the kitchen with my brother-in-law a bit after being there, and he said he just had to tell me something before it kept eating at him. I was a little buzzed and confused, but was not at all expecting him to say what he did. I think I've had feelings for you for a few years, and I've never been able to tell you and just needed to know if you ever felt the same. I completely froze and just shook my head. I told him no, I have never thought about him in any other way than a friend and a brother, and I never would. Before he said anything else, I bolted back to his fiancée and the other girls there, and very discreetly told her I got my period and wasn't feeling well, and I would have someone come get me, and then come by soon for more wedding planning. She thought nothing of it and called my best friend to come get me. She dropped me off at home. My husband is working right now, and there's no question that I'm going to tell him as soon as he gets home, but I just have no idea where to go from there. Do I tell his fiancé? Do I make him tell her? Do I leave it? Do I have my husband talk to him? Has anyone ever had something like this happen or have any advice? Anything is appreciated.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, can you imagine?
No, that is awful. Because now, no matter what, like your family, like get together, like it's all
Ugh.
kind of ruined.
Yeah,
and
like you
awkward
can
now.
never look at him the same.
Well, and then, like, do you tell your husband that his brother's hitting on you?
I think you have to.
Like, and then that ruins the relationship between the brothers, and it's like,
Yeah,
like-
it ruins like the whole family dynamic.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, why do
Yeah.
you have to tell her?
Like,
You know
keep
what?
that to yourself. That's like indoor voice. Like, no.
And it
No,
took
no,
him
no.
2 years after they were. So they had
Well,
been married for 2 years.
no.
Why?
Why
No.
now?
2 years is when he started dating the girl. She's been married to the brother for 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So has he liked her for 5 years? Like,
Well, he said
wait, what did he say?
I've had feelings for you for a few years, right?
yeah, for a few years.
Okay.
So it could have been like 4 or 3. Could have been before
Ew.
this girl.
Ugh.
This is
No.
awful.
Why wouldn't? First of all, if you knew you had feelings for her, why wouldn't you, 1, tell her before she got married to your brother, or 2, get over it? Like, I don't know. That's
I think
so
that's something
dumb.
internal. He never should have said anything. Like,
no,
keep it to yourself and get over it.
Yeah,
And obviously, if he still has feelings for her, maybe he's not too into that girl he's been dating.
I guess not. But
No.
why propose then?
Why propose? Because they've probably been doing a couple things together, getting together
Yeah.
more.
Mm.
That's awful.
So top comment, talk to your husband first, because what if you tell her and he tries to flip it, saying you said those things? And then OP replied, my comfort is this thought is that I believe my husband and I have a really strong and trusting relationship, and I don't think he would ever believe that. As soon as he gets home, I will tell him. I'm just not going to do, we need to talk about something when you get home, because I know that'd put a pit in his stomach, and I won't do that to him.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So there is some updates.
Oh, okay. What are the updates?
Okay. There's 2 updates. So first one, gosh, this is long. Thanks for everyone who helped calm my panicked mind after my original post. I didn't want to tell my husband we need to talk while he was at work and make him panic, so having some reassurance from here was really helpful. I also noticed a lot of people asking for an update. So here's one that I was even shocked by as I lived it. It's not exactly the earth-shattering blow-up most people thought it would be. My husband came home and he immediately knew I had something on my mind. I explained the whole thing and he was livid at his brother. Thankfully, he gave me a hug and I broke down crying from the stress. He assured me I did everything right and it wasn't my fault. After that, he went to call his brother and tell him that he knew what happened and wanted to talk to him one-on-one. Well, it turns out that his brother and fiancé were already on their way to our house to talk about it. As soon as the other girls left, not long after me, my brother-in-law confessed everything to her. First, she slapped him, deserved, but after they talked, he promised her that his feelings for her were genuine. She said that he needed to apologize to me and his brother, and then they could go on from there. So they came over, he and my husband went and talked while I talked with his fiancé. We both cried and talked for about an hour. I promised her I never had any feelings for him and had no idea he ever had any for me. Apparently, she had caught him gazing at me on family vacation once and thought maybe he had some attraction to me, so while this sucked, she felt some relief that she wasn't crazy for thinking it. He admitted she was right and thinks his feelings at one point were out of jealousy that his younger brother was further in life than him, and that he attributed this to me in a way. This was new to him as the older brother, and they really hadn't compared each other much growing up, just because they had vastly different paths. It was little apples to oranges. But now there was some perceived competition on a similar playing field. The feelings had faded out when she had come home saying she found the dress. He felt the urge to come clean, and he wished he had said it differently, or worked through it with some help before he could actually understand what the feelings were before making this whole mess. I don't know about all that, but I guess I could understand it with a more clear head. I mean, the Oedipus complex feelings that manifested as attraction, but didn't affect his love for his fiancée. This all happened one night, and he was visibly distressed over it. So I'd find it hard to believe he could weave a whole story like that, so I'm inclined to believe him. Once my husband and his brother came back to the living room, my brother-in-law looked like a puppy who just got in trouble. Also looked a little roughed up, but I didn't question it. We all talked, and he apologized to me for putting me in this position. Where it landed, their wedding is on hold privately while they figure out next steps. Thankfully, there was nothing booked and no dates sent out. We had just gone dress shopping just to get an idea, and it was just luck that she fell in love with the dress. They're going to couples therapy to decide if and how they can move past this. There is a clear love between the two. Things will be tense, but I think he feels genuine remorse, and my potential sister-in-law says she holds no ill will against me, and if they move forward, she'd still love to have me as a bridesmaid if I'm willing. My husband and his brother have some serious work to do on the relationship. And my friendship with my brother-in-law will never be the same again, but we'll see what happens from here. We've also agreed to keep this between the 4 of us, but they'll be honest that they're doing some premarital counseling before setting dates or full-on planning. I saw a lot of comments telling me to keep my mouth shut and no harm was done. Well, I guess I can see your point. I just couldn't imagine keeping something like this from my husband, especially if it came out later and found out I withheld it. Trust is huge in our partnership, and even just omission feels like a betrayal of that. Sure, I knew this could blow up if I let it out, but it would be my brother-in-law's fault, not mine. He had control over telling me what he did. And that's it. So
That's a lot.
would
That was
you
a lot.
still marry if you found out this had happened?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I could marry him. I guess 2 things to be true at the same time. I have feelings for her, but I'm engaged to you. But what would bother me most is that you had these strong feelings that you had so much you had to express them to her.
Yeah, it's
That's
not just
where
like,
I would be
I
bothered.
find her hot. It's like, no, I really like her.
Yeah.
Like, what if she was like, oh, I like you too? What do you have left her? Like,
Right. Like, so
Right.
you blow apart your whole family. Like, yeah, I don't know. Also, because then it's going to be weird anytime those two are left alone. Like, okay, let's say your brother-in-law comes over for Christmas. The wife is going to meet you there, but now your husband's in the shower. You two are sitting alone for a while. That will be weird.
Right.
Like, any alone time that could happen, it'll just be awkward.
yep.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was the fiance, I think I would run. I mean, if they're doing couples therapy, I think that'll definitely help work some of this out.
Right. Like, I
Mhm.
feel like whoever thought that couples therapy was like the way to go, whether it was him or her, the hope that the relationship will regain like confidence in itself is way too high. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it can ever be the same as it was and repair itself
No,
like,
and, like,
to 100%.
How do you go on family like vacations
You don't.
now?
They're
Yeah.
not allowed to go now.
Yeah, like family vacations, just double dates. You know,
No,
like,
that's weird. I couldn't do it.
yeah, like nothing.
Well, who's dating who?
Yeah.
These double
Who's
dates?
double
Yeah.
dating?
Yeah, no, it's kind of ruined now forever.
Mhm.
It's unfortunate.
It's
for-
really unfortunate.
for both of those.
Mhm.
All of the people.
And even how would you, like, Amanda, like, you have a sister, so
Mhm.
how would you feel if your sister like did that to like your boyfriend? Like, I don't like, or your fiance.
I feel like we've also brought this up. I'd
Yeah.
literally smack her in the face and be like, "Get your shit together."
Like, you're just doing.
No.
But like, I think we did talk about it before, but like, that's what I mean. I mean, don't you think you'd think differently of your sister a little bit?
100%. I would have been like, you should have came to me first before him.
Yeah.
You should have been like, oh, I have these feelings. What do I do about it as a sister?
Mhm.
Yeah.
To be like, confide in me as a sister, not as the girlfriend of.
Yeah.
I think it's also like different, like relationship between sisters is different, I think, between brothers.
Right.
I was just thinking that, like, I don't think a brother
brother
would
would
say
say it.
something.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So I like, let's say like if this happened between like Noah and Tyler, Noah's closest to younger brother.
What if he like confessed he had feelings for
For
you?
me, like, if he told me that,
And he's like, I just want to let you know, Amanda, before the wedding, just in case.
I would be I would be so hyper fixated on it that I would be like, Noah, I love you, not like that, but you.
Yeah, maybe don't lead with that one.
Well, I'd be like, I love you as a brother.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it like that, and I'd be like right now, like Noah has a girlfriend. I would be like, how would Ella feel about that? Like, what if I told her that you had feelings for me? I will let you tell her on your own, but I feel like I would be thinking about that the whole time that Tyler and I are getting married if he never told her.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I would tell Tyler. Tyler would probably flip his lid.
Yeah.
So because I know that he would respond like that, like, I don't know if I would tell him right away.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
would I, like, I don't know if I'd wait until after the wedding to tell him that Noah told me that, or if I would tell him right away and then have Noah kicked out of the wedding. Like, I wouldn't want to rip apart our families like that. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. But you'd have to tell Tyler.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, at some point.
But I don't see, because guys are, in my mind, are just different. I mean, I'm sure some families are different, but
Right.
like, I can't imagine the Noah going right to Tyler and
instead of
saying,
Absolutely not.
yeah.
No.
I don't think, I think just sisters and brothers have a different relationship. Or like
Right.
Arianna, like if you had feelings, let's say for Alyssa, and I don't think you'd go to your brother first.
No.
No, you would probably go directly to Alyssa, I guess.
I can't get that image out of my head now.
Sorry. I'm just trying to make it real, like think about real situations.
Alyssa, if you're listening, hide.
Aries looking at you. No, just kidding.
No. Anyways, we're gonna move on. This is from r/wedding, posted by you up. No, I'm sorry. I really think I'm dyslexic.
Oh my god, do you need me to read?
No, posted by Level Baby Cakes. Because I wrote a word the other day and the letters were all jumbled. And I was like, oh god.
Maybe you are a little bit dyslexic. Do we need to get you tested?
I think it's a little late in life
It's
for
a
that.
little concerning.
Okay. Well, and you always had good grades, so I don't know.
I
I don't know.
Anyways, it just dawned on me. I'm not really a bridesmaid as advertised.
What?
What? That's the title?
Yep, that's the title.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So I was super excited to be asked to be a bridesmaid, 104, for the first time in my life about 10 months ago. Wedding is next month, and today the bride told me I'm not going to be there for the photos, and that the two others in the party are the best man and the bridesmaid, and we'll be the only ones there for the pics in the caviar. My job is to usher guests to the reception and make it awesome. It was also informed today I won't be sitting at the top table. Bride and groom will be sitting with only 4 others.
4 others.
Yep, so it must
Weird.
be 2 and 2 from each.
Yep.
I'm obviously a bit slow in the uptake, or have ignored all the signs. No flowers for the bridal party. No outfit coordination. Just wear what you like. Is my bridesmaidship a lie? Bridal party jobs are to get ready with the bride on the day, set up the wedding on the day before, planning meetings, etc. It's been a 3-day event out of town. They initially asked 2 other people to do the readings during the ceremony, and I suspect they have declined. Today they asked me if I would do a reading, and I feel like it's a token or something. Feeling very salty. I feel super hurt by all this, and I'm wondering if I'm the drama or if I'm overreacting. Updated question. Loads of people have been suggested that I step down and be a regular guest. How in the Brideverse would this ever be possible? I can't see many scenarios where that would work. I have accepted that this is not what I was hoping for, and I'm coming to terms with the friendship being quite one-sided overall. The wedding has totally shone a spotlight on her selfish and hard nature. However, I'm looking to support her as I've agreed to, and not rock the boat for the wedding, so I don't think she deserves a shit show drama fallout. And I don't think anyone should have that for their wedding. I'm not feeling the reading at this point. I plan to step back some levels in our friendship to something which is healthy for me rather than convenient for her. This raises a new moral quandary. Do I continue as fake bridesmaid if I plan to distance myself post-wedding? It just sounds like she's a really chill bride that's like doesn't care what dresses they wear. Though the only 2 and 2 for the table
The
is
2
weird.
and 2 is weird. Not being in any photos is weird. No-
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all very weird. It almost sounds like the bride and groom should just elope, have those 2 witnesses, and then have a party.
Or like
Yeah.
they should have just had the maid of honor and whatever they what is the groom's
A best man?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
It's
couldn't
like
agree with
the
it.
groom the groomsman of honor.
Groom's honor. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think at this point I'd stay in it. I mean, I guess it's not the traditional, oh, I'm a bridesmaid and I'm doing all these activities and things.
Right.
It's a little weird. You already said yes. I would go because I don't think the bride's being mean. I just think she just wants a very simple wedding, no flowers, doesn't care what
Only
you wear.
wanted photos with like her very best friend and his very best friend. That was it.
Right.
Or maybe they could even be siblings. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be like her sister and his brother.
Yeah. So I don't know. She seems pretty chill. And so many people do it their own way. Like, this is just the bride's way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The top comment though is say you won't be able to set up the day before and see how fast you get dropped.
Well, and I do find it weird, like, when people step down, like, when it's close.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you can just be a guest. I don't think it works that way. Like, I don't think you can be a
I
guest.
think that puts some like a weird tension in your relationship.
Yes, I think if you drop out, you're not going.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah. That would be awful.
It would be awful. Like, I don't know what to tell. What do you think? Like, what would you tell your friend Amanda if you? I don't know what to even say.
I don't know. I'm like thinking about this like in my scenario, like if I was a chill bride, which I'd like to think I am a semi-chill bride, but like if I asked my bridesmaids to be bridesmaids, right? But wasn't giving them any direction as to what I wanted them to do.
I'd be like, I'm only gonna do
like this.
photos with Ava, and then like
Right.
you get the rest of you guys. I'm just gonna take one of you to sit with me. The rest of you guys sit elsewhere.
Right. Like obviously we're not getting the entire story from this. We're only getting it from her perspective. But I feel like if I did that, like if we had a really small head table, right? It would literally, in my scenario, be me and Tyler, you and Ava, and Justin. Like, and then the rest of the bridal party would sit at a table by them, like with the rest of the bridal party. Like it would just be them. But if it's so small like that, like is she sitting alone or is she sitting like with other guests? Like she's like in that like middle area of am I a guest or like she's more like a glorified guest at this point, I think.
Pretty much. So basically, is she? I don't know. So
is she even standing up in the wedding?
Right. Like, can a bride be too chill?
I don't know.
I think. Well, if maybe she's just like, I don't want people to spend money on dresses, so just wear what you want, or if you have something like. I don't know. Maybe she's too chill, but then she's not doing photos with them, so I guess it doesn't matter what you're wearing. So I'm really a bridesmaid.
Wait, but then why do you want to? Why is this bridesmaid being asked to do a reading?
Because everybody else said no.
But then why wouldn't you just also say no and then have no reading? Like clearly you were their last resort,
right? Yeah, I don't know.
No. That's so weird.
What are you and Tyler doing for your head table? Is it just going to be you two? At a table?
No, we're all going to be sitting in a line facing everybody.
Okay. Like first supper kind of thing?
Yeah, like, well, yeah, but...
We should recreate that photo.
No.
The last supper?
There we go, same thing.
You said the first supper.
Yeah, I knew you were talking about.
I knew what I was talking about.
No, it's the standard head table thing where we can't really have a conversation with each other while we're eating because we're all saying next to each other. No. Am I Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay. Turning water into wine. I'm down.
That would actually be really cool. It'd be a good feature.
Oh my god.
Ava can make the robes and the things.
Yes.
That'd be so fun.
It would be, but it feels a little mocking of religion, so I don't think you probably should do that.
We could do a play at church.
Okay.
The Last Supper. But it'll be but the play will be called The First Supper.
The first Arianna's like, this is the first supper.
It's my take on what happened.
This is what should have happened, guys.
This is actually what happened at the first supper they had together.
Yep. Nobody died.
Nobody died.
Nobody's leaving.
It was great. They're all full of hope.
Oh my gosh.
It's the invitation of the 12 disciples.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just a party, lots of wine. People were happy.
Yeah.
Nobody knew each other's names.
Yeah. Sounds more like my single mingle going on.
Right.
The first supper.
The first supper. I love it. Okay.
Okay. We've got one more story. This was posted on r/BOR updates. Am I the asshole for announcing our pregnancy at my brother's wedding after he proposed at mine?
No, because he... Yeah.
I like petty revenge, so I'm going to say no,
funny.
but I'm going to say probably everyone sucks. But
yeah, I'm sure they're all suck.
Okay.
This was posted by... Sorry, 1 second.
I'm not very good at this.
Shannon Springer.
I'm sure that's how you pronounce it.
I'm sure. Anyways, my brother said he was going to propose at my wedding. I told him no. That was a day about myself and my wife, and we did not want any distractions. My mom lost her shit. She said that he wanted family the night, not to see that he wouldn't see again for a while to be part of the proposal. I said I did not give a shit, and that if he did it, I would have him kicked out. He did it, and my mom said if I tried kicking him out, she would leave too. I just remember.
Mom.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I just remember seething inside. My brother got married last weekend. Instead of a welcome to the family toast, I used the time to announce that we were expecting our first baby.
Good for him.
Yeah.
My mom was upset, but my grandmother told her to sit down and shut up.
Oh,
Go, Grandma. Go, Grandma.
We spent most of the reception talking to my family. we would not see again for a while about our coming baby. My mom says I was an asshole for taking attention away from my brother on his wedding day.
Whoa. Mom clearly has a favorite.
And mom's a bitch.
She
Yep.
got really mad when I reminded her that she threatened to leave my wedding if I kicked him out after he proposed. I have the screen cap of the text messages. So that was the first post. There's some updates.
Okay.
But notable comment from OP. Fun fact, my wife is not pregnant.
Fake baby.
Oh.
Which is so much better.
This is just petty revenge.
That's just revenge.
Yeah.
So, Amanda, would you be mad if someone proposed to, like, their girlfriend at your wedding?
Yep, they'd be shot on sight.
Yeah, you don't do that. And why do you need the whole family to be a part of your proposal? I never understood that when people do
So
that.
they're not going to see them again for a while, so they probably don't know what's going on in your life, so
Right.
they don't need to be there.
They don't need to be there. Like, a proposal is about the two people. It's one thing if you have some friends and family around, but, like, do you really need, like, 200 people to witness your proposal?
No, especially when they're not there for you. Like, her whole side of the family does not care about you.
No, because they won't be there.
Right. Oh, my gosh.
Her friends don't care.
No. And I just... Yeah, I mean, kind of love the revenge, but I mean, you are kind of an asshole because now you are taking attention away from the brother, but the brother did the same thing to you.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to hear the update?
Yeah,
Yes,
let's hear the update.
So, some bad news and some amazing news. Bad news, my brother figured out that we weren't really pregnant at his wedding, and he is livid, as is his wife. I don't really care. I know it's childish, but he started it. The amazing news, we are pregnant for real.
Yeah.
We were pregnant at the wedding, but
Yay.
didn't know.
Yay.
Thanks
That's
again for
awesome.
validating my immature and vengeful nature. I guess I just have to grow up now. Sorry for the short post, but I'm so excited. Almost didn't post at all. There's another update if you want to hear that right away.
Sure.
So for any of you that may still be interested, we had our daughter today.
Mm.
Both my wife and daughter are doing well. 9 pounds, 7 ounces.
Ooh, big girl.
Aw.
All 10 toes and all 10 fingers.
So
Okay.
sweet.
Which is good to have.
Yeah.
My brother and sister-in-law are still pissed. My grandmother was the first one besides my wife and I to hold Emily Ann.
Aw.
Love grandma.
Thank you all for your kindness and support. Happy New Year.
I love that grandma. Like, she's
That's
amazing.
adorable.
Yeah.
She knows what's important in life.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, because he never should have. It's one thing, like, if I asked you, Amanda,
Mm-hmm.
can I propose to my whatever? And you're like, no, not during my wedding.
Well, you could do it in the after hours.
But
After
like,
midnight,
it's
go
even
ahead.
worse. Like they asked and he said no.
Right.
Like respect their
Right.
wishes.
there
Wait
are
till
some
the
people
next day.
that
There's some
maybe
people
said
that would have
yes.
been said yes and sure, but respect the no.
Yeah.
Respect the bride and groom, and then they'll respect you. Otherwise, they'll announce a pregnancy during a wedding. Which,
Even if it's fake or not.
yeah, but it wasn't. They just didn't know it.
It ended up.
it was they
God
predicted
was there
it.
for them.
Yeah.
Yep. God's like, I got you.
You guys aren't liars. You are pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I really, really like that.
Yeah.
Thought that was funny.
That is funny. Just like I've heard stories of like people at baby showers announcing that they're pregnant too.
Oh, I
like,
hate
no.
that.
Oh, yeah. It's not about you.
Let someone else have some attention.
And most of those
Right.
people don't care about that you're pregnant when they're there.
No, they only care about the baby that's
Yes.
Yeah.
almost there.
Right. Because half the side is there for the other person. So they
Right.
don't know you. They don't care.
Right. Or if it's like an obscure friend who's like an attention seeker and like literally no one cares.
Right.
Yeah.
No one knows you.
No one knows you. No one cares. Yeah, that's why it's weird when people propose at those things. Like,
Yeah.
it's one thing like at a Christmas Eve dinner because that's nice. It's your family. Like, they
Right.
care about you.
Yeah, it's not random people you've never met before.
Right. And then the bartenders. Like,
And they're like, yay.
do you think that people do it for the free
I was
photographer?
just going to say they want the
100%.
photos.
Yeah, it's gotta be the
100%.
photos. Yeah.
I hope that photographer didn't get any photos of that proposal.
Well, I'm sure they did, though.
If
I
that,
wouldn't give them.
if that Shannon, if that happened to you at a wedding and somebody proposed and you didn't know that it was going to happen, would you take pictures of that proposal?
No, unless the bride wanted. Because I'd look right directly at the bride
If the
and
bride
groom.
would be like, what
Yep.
do I do?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think there was a story we didn't read. I think I heard it where the photographer got photos of like the proposal, the the people did not want.
Right.
And then they like held the photos and wouldn't give them the photos until they paid her some money for them.
Good. Yeah, it shouldn't come out of the the bride and like that bride and groom's.
Right. It's
payment.
like they paid the photographer for them for their moments. No. Like I could see doing that because I'm like, all right, you already got all this attention at my wedding. You can help pay for that photographer that you thought you'd use for free. But in that story, if I can recall correctly, they actually pulled the photographer aside and told, like, he said, I'm going to propose. So they wanted the photographer. That's so where annoying. The photographer still should have went to the bride and groom and said,
I
look.
just got pulled aside. You're the one paying me.
Yeah.
Right. They're not paying me. They're just guests.
Yeah.
They're just guests. So.
Yeah. But well, that's everything for today.
I think it was a good week. I think it was a good episode.
Yep. We need Amanda to come back more.
Yes. I mean, I think we see Amanda weekly now, so she can be a more regular guest on
I'm a routine guest at this house.
Yes. And I just want to say go Bills because the playoff. I mean, it'll already happen, but it's the playoffs against Denver, and Denver's always been like my heart. So I'm going to go for the Bills. As a kid, I've always loved Denver.
They don't go to the Super Bowl. When does the Super Bowl happen? For some reason, I thought it was in the summer.
It's the second Sunday in February.
Really? Always?
Yes. Well, no. So it used to be the last weekend in January. They keep bumping it out.
Wait, hold on. Let me look it up.
Summer eventually in a couple of years.
I think the Super Bowl's the day after your appointment, your tattoo appointment.
Get another tattoo appointment,
no,
Arianna?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, I'm totally blowing you in right now.
I mean, you're an adult. I can't do anything about it. I just think you have enough tattoos.
The Super Bowl is on the 9th. It is the day after.
Okay. I feel like I have something going on the 9th.
You don't.
I don't think you do.
I feel like I will.
Okay.
The Super Bowl is always just too late. And like going over to other people's houses on a Sunday when you have to work the next day.
Yeah, can we like normalize a Super Bowl Saturday?
Yes, then people could really drink. It'd be more profitable for like restaurants and bars.
Right. People normally take off, well, not normally, but a lot of people take off the Monday after the Super Bowl.
You know, that's the biggest call-in day ever in America because
when Akron used to have a staff development day on the Monday after.
That's so
perfect.
smart.
Yeah.
The kids aren't the ones that, like, the teachers still have to go to school.
Oh, yeah.
But they can get there whenever they want because
this is staff development day.
Roll it out of bed and just get going.
Yeah, they can get there. Like, they have to get there anytime before 10.
Yeah, I either want one of two things: a Super Bowl Saturday, and there needs to be a movement. Hashtag Super Bowl Saturday
holiday,
or the Monday after Super Bowl is a national holiday. Everything's closed.
It's Super Bowl day observed.
Yes. Yeah. Could you imagine that if Buffalo, though, because Buffalo fans, we're crazy, if Buffalo wins the Super Bowl, it goes to Super Bowl, wins. Can you imagine? Like, it will be almost like a national holiday. Buffalo
Literally
will be like
no one
crazy.
Will be here.
Yeah, no one will be here.
Because there's no way that we're hosting the Super Bowl.
Oh, no.
No.
I don't even remember what field is hosting.
I don't know who's hosting. Yeah.
I know it's not us.
I would love to win tickets.
Like, would you have to host the Super Bowl if your team wasn't playing?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That's weird.
They decide what...
I feel like it should be one of the teams that are playing.
No, they decide what field is... what team, quote unquote, what field is hosting the Super Bowl way before...
I would love a Super Bowl.
I don't either. I said that Josh Allen was on the field when the Bills defense was on the field a couple weeks ago, and I said, I don't understand this sport. I'm just going to keep coloring.
Okay. I think I agree with you, Arianna. I wish it was that way, but they want to make sure the cities can host all the people, the news media, the coverage.
That's right. Because Buffalo, I don't think, has the capacity.
And we don't. We don't have a dome, but I would love a Super Bowl to not be somewhere warm and nice. I would love for a Super Bowl to be played out in a storm, like snowstorm, because we could have like snow.
It would be so pretty.
Or sleet. Who knows what it would be doing then?
All their fingers are freezing.
Yeah.
Do you think Buffalo's more equipped, like the team, to play in the snow?
100%.
We normally play better when it's cold.
We play better in the cold.
Well, that's because the other teams play worse. It's not actually better. The teams are just worse because they're freezing. But Buffalo's got the special gloves. They're actually heated.
Yeah.
Got heated pants on.
Yeah. Buffalo's equipped for cold. So, and snow.
Anytime we play Miami and we're at home and it's cold, they're like they don't know what they're doing.
Like,
They're
I
used
do.
to the heat.
Yeah. I do wish, though, because the Bills are building a new stadium, which is smaller, which is a little bit annoying to me because right now we have
Smaller? And
80,000
it's not
people
even
in our
covered,
stadium.
right?
It's
And
not covered,
Okay, it
and
should be at least
it
one-
costs way, 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 way,
It
way
should be
more money for
either-
tickets.
It
Yes.
should be either bigger or covered, or what's the point of this thing?
Well, I think it should have been at least the same size, about.
They couldn't just like update the existing.
For whatever reason, they couldn't. I feel like they
So
should
what's
have.
happening to this old one? It's just sitting
It's
there.
just gonna be there.
It's going to sit there till it rots. Like, they'll let
Yeah.
other people use it for other sports teams and high schools to do their playoff games there and stuff. And yeah,
Annoying.
I think they should have made a retractable cover for Buffalo.
Yeah,
This is
that
what
makes sense. A lot of
Buffalo
places
taxes
have
are
that.
for.
Yeah. And they're way over budget, I guess. Like, the person that
Yes.
budgeted is fired because they didn't. I guess they went way over budget
How did they let that happen?
because they didn't account for all the materials. They weren't all ordered, and then prices went up. And
Was this their first job budgeting? Like,
I have no
I
idea.
they didn't have any
Oh.
experience.
You just gotta move a zero over. Like, it wasn't like by a little; it was by a lot.
It was
Yeah.
like 3 zeros
Like
over. I'm
millions
sure.
of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Millions of
Ooh,
dollars.
that's bad.
And like,
Right.
I do hate the whole NFL licensing fee.
Same.
So I know people that have had season tickets like for
Yep.
generations in their family, and now to move those season tickets over to the new stadium for 4 tickets, and they were amazing season. Because I went once with a friend. $200,000 it
Yep.
would be to keep those.
Who can
Yep.
afford that?
Rich
Yeah.
people. Crazy Bills fans.
Not most of these Bills
Yeah, but
fans.
like a lot of people, like they had it for generations in their family are
People
losing their season
remortgage
tickets.
their houses.
Yeah,
That's insane.
I would not keep that. I would not
Bad.
remortgage
They
my
should
house.
not have done that to like these fans. Is it because there's less seats and now they want to give it to bigger buyers?
Well, now you know what's going to happen. Corporations now get those seats and
Yeah.
like bigger because $200,000 to keep those seats. It's ridiculous. And
Yeah.
now those people can never get those seats back.
And
No.
I say to a bunch of people when this gets brought up that this entire stadium with like we used to be packed full no matter what is going to
Mhm.
be like empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't be, but like that's the thought that I
It's-
have.
Yeah.
It's all going to be these rich people who can actually afford it. Like no middle class person can
Afford that.
afford this.
I'm
Yeah.
just shocked that you could buy half a house.
Or a fixer upper for 200,000.
Yeah, or fixer upper. Or lots of land.
Or land. Yeah. I think the greed in the NFL, I mean, the money
cars.
they have is
It's crazy.
crazy. And
That's
I still think
insane.
they did wrong by Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi wanted to buy the Buffalo Bills, and the NFL said no because they're worried they're going to move the team. But I think they made a mistake.
They did. Couldn't they put it in like the contract when you bought it, like they can't be moved or something?
I think so.
I feel like that should have been a thing.
I mean, why not make it a thing? Right? Like, then you know someone's true intention. We're going to put this in the contract. For 10 years, they cannot be moved or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Insane.
But anyway, hopefully when you're listening to this, the Buffalo Bills
So
will
if
beat
they-
Denver.
If they lose this
Mhm.
game, they're done for this season.
Yep.
Yep.
Because it's the wild card game. And then we'd have to beat I'm sure Kansas City's going to win. They have to beat Kansas City.
Oh, so we're not going.
We might. we already beat
well,
Kansas
we
City
beat
once.
them.
Did we?
In
Yeah,
this season,
We're
yeah.
their only loss this year.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know they want that back then.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be an intense game. But what would be even better if someone else beats Kansas City so we don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't know much about football.
I know you don't.
I know, honey. But that's okay. I haven't really
I
watched
remember
much
at
this year.
yoga, it's like for the games, there's a thing where you can, if you guess the score, you get a free month of yoga.
Mhm.
And I remember I was like, so how did they do scoring in
Oh,
football?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my,
And
Ariana.
the attendant like explained it to me, and then I was writing it down, and everyone's like, "Watch her be right," even though she knows nothing about football.
Yeah.
That's normally how it works.
When Josh Allen was single, I'm like, Ari, you really should go meet him because you'd be the only one not fawning
You know,
over
my
him.
professor at ECC also said that.
Well, for real. Yeah, I mean.
But for real, because you're not going to fawn over him. Like, yeah, Ari
See?
can date a football
Any
player.
football player or any sports player, come and date me because I have no idea who you
they
are.
have brain damage.
That's okay.
That's okay.
You just want them for their money.
Well, no.
They get paid to sit on the sidelines and do nothing.
No, honestly, I think you should date a second string that doesn't have brain
Then
damage.
I don't have to
They have
worry
decent
about
money,
that. Yeah.
but they don't play a lot.
I know. My parents and I
Yeah.
were just talking about that.
Yeah.
They
Second
get paid
string's
to
the way to
literally
go.
sit and do nothing.
Yeah. Well, to be in shape. Like, they still have to go to all the practices, keep up
Ew.
their skills, be in shape. I
What
think it's
skills? They're not good.
good. They aren't good.
They
They're
could be
second
good.
string.
They're not that good.
Don't insult my future husband.
Sorry.
All right. On that note, you guys, have a great week.
Bye.
And be kind.
Eh.
What was that? You gotta say something that says, eh.
Do whatever you want.